What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited for today because I got a new tow rig that I'm going to show you guys. But of course, with my luck, the truck already has check engine lights. So I'll quickly show you guys what I got and then talk about those check engine lights. What I picked up was a 2006 Nissan Titan. It's a base model, so two-wheel drive. It has the smaller cab, but overall it's actually pretty clean on the interior. Does not have that many miles. It's only about 110,000. So now for the check engine light situation. What happened is shortly after I got the car, check engine light came on, and car's driving perfectly fine. So I went and go get the codes read, and they had two codes. One was for the cruise control not working, which I knew about, I just didn't care. The second one said evap system leak. Now I had just gotten the car filled up with gas, so my thought was that like the gas cap just wasn't put on right. So what I did was reset the code, put the gas cap on the right way, and called it good. The next time I went to fill up, the check engine light came right back. So I don't intend on trying to fix the cruise control. I just don't really care about it that much. But in terms of the evap system leak, I looked everything over, and I am fairly positive it's the gas cap. So I just have to buy a new one of those. I guess the whole cruddy thing in it is the fact that I think the seller reset the codes and then just topped it off as fast as possible. But I will say that's actually like the worst of it. Like, this car is pretty straight for what it is and how old it is. Let's start off with the interior. As you guys can see, it's pretty straight. This is probably the worst of it. There's obviously a rip here in the side bolstering that got sewed up, but the dash is not cracked or anything like that. You could even see here in the back seats, really straight. And then if I lift this up, I actually like the back of here because there's a lot of room, so when I'm out at events I could easily sleep in the truck if I need to. Now let's go to the exterior of the car. First off, it actually has flares on it, which is kind of odd to me because it is a base model car. So my thought process is that someone put these on after it was taken off the lot. The other thing is that it has a really nice bed cover here, which is going to be cool because when I'm out at events or something, it's nice to have my stuff covered just in case I need that. The other cool thing is how easy it is to just roll this thing back. That way, if I need to put something big in there, like let's just say an engine hoist, I can easily roll this back, tie it down in place down there, and then I can put whatever I need to. Now let's talk about the power plant of this car. So I will say, excuse how dirty it is. I accidentally spilled some fluids all over it, but this car has a V8 and it's all stock. One of the things I really like about this truck is the fact that it has a trans cooler from the factory. So they have like the non-tow package and then the big tow package. So regardless of what Nissan Titan you got a transmission cooler, which is really awesome. So the whole purpose of me getting this truck is so that I can start towing turbo to events, also Layla, of course. For those far away events, it's going to be really nice to have something like a trailer and a truck. And then there's the other fact that as this car continues to go like more race car, it's just going to be more of a pain to drive on the streets. I absolutely love driving the car, but if I'm driving 2 to 3 hours doing an event and then driving 2 to 3 hours home, that is very physically taxing on my body. Now, as you guys can see, this truck already has a hitch and all the wiring for it. So this thing is literally tow ready, well, almost tow ready. I have been doing a tune-up over the last few weeks. More than anything, the parts I ordered have been delayed, but so far I have done a new hitch on the car, wiring, replaced the engine oil. The cabin air filter is going to be here in a few days. The air filter should be here in a few days. Transmission fluid. So then that just leaves me, already did the diff fluid, so then that just leaves me draining and filling up the coolant, and then she's good to go. Besides the tune-up, I have done a few other things to the truck already. As I mentioned, the fact that I put the new hitch on, and that was because look at this hitch. It is really disgusting and all grody. On the inside, I actually saw, of this hitch that is, I saw that there was like literally rust just flaking off the walls, and then when I turned it on its side, rust fell out, so that's a huge safety issue. Here you guys can see that I actually have some grills that were on the truck when I got it. I didn't think they looked good, so I just took them off. And then in addition, there was these tie-down rails on the side. I took those tie-down rails off because, well, they honestly sucked. They were held in place by this. So it went with this little metal piece on the bottom, this rubber, and then from there went the rail and then the bolt on top. As you can imagine, that's not going to hold anything down, so I just took them off. So that's a quick walk around of the truck. Overall, I'm actually really happy with it. Aside from those check engine lights, which are really minor issues, this thing has been magnificent. I've driven it only a few hundred miles so far, but it hasn't given me any issues at all. And I think with all the well, more than anything, it's just maintenance that I'm doing, it's gonna have no issues towing my cars to events. Two things I want to touch on real quick. The first one is the trailer. So initially my plan is to actually just rent a trailer. I bought the truck outright, so I'm not a rich guy by any means. So I'm gonna have to raise up money until I can buy a trailer. I'm thinking spring of next year, sometime around there realistically. Until then, I'll just rent one. I'm actually really fortunate. There's a local company to me that rents out trailers for 50 bucks a day. But the cool thing is, well, two cool things on that. First off, it's an all aluminum trailer, which is cool because I have a gasser, so it's gonna be a little bit easier on the truck. Second thing is, so they do 50 bucks a day. So that's the first day and second day. If you do 3 to 7 days, they only charge you 150, which is gonna be really nice for those long trips. Thing number two I want to mention is in one of the recent videos I talked about possibly doing an intercooler setup on this car and then doing some modifications for aerodynamics. Now, because I just bought the truck, that means this is definitely going to be put off. And my thought process is, well, I'm not a rich guy, as I mentioned before, so I have to budget for everything. So I'm thinking, since I just bought the truck, I'll do the trailer early spring, and then hopefully winter of 2021 I can start doing those things. Now, to me, it's actually not the biggest deal in the world, because when I sat there and kind of looked at my priorities, I really want to emphasize being able to drive over everything, because that's what I love to do. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. There's still going to be some other things that I know I can do to this car to make it faster, particularly in like the suspension area. Well guys, I know I'm very excited about this. Let me know what you guys think down in that comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.